everybody, and welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be going over the draft for the first season of the SPDA Luxury Ball tier. Each coach got 120 points to draft a team of 10 to 12 Pokemon, and 16 points to draft 1 to 3 low 2 Terra captains. We've got a fun team, so let's waste no time and get into this. For the first pick of the draft, I decided to go with Raging Bolt. Very excited to use this mod. Raging Bolt is not only an amazing special attacker, but it's also quite a bulky one with the correct investment in items. It's got an amazing type with Electric and Dragon, lots of resistances, gets a lot of very strong stab moves, alongside with some strong setup moves and some interesting coverage. So yeah, I haven't used Raging Bolt. A lot of the team I haven't used a lot before, but picking up Raging Bolt as my first mon, I am very excited to use it this season. Next up, for the second pick, I went and grabbed Caledon. I like calling it Caledon. I decided to double dip into dragons in back-to-back picks, but it's got another amazing type with Steel Dragon. Really good type, Steel, bringing in a lot of just resistances as Steel Dubs, helping support some of the other resistances that Dragon comes along with. So very nice. Yep, 9 resistances overall. Really bulky mon, but also a strong attacker on both sides of the field. So very looking forward to it. 2 really good amazing abilities in Stamina and Sturdy. So both of those look good. Really good stab moves alongside with some amazing coverage. This thing gets a lot of wide variety of moves, and also both on the physical and special side, so very nice. Also alongside with some good stat boosting moves like Sword Stance, so really good, and its signature move Electro Shot, which is really nice. Also gives us access to Stealth Rocks, so also gives us a layer of entry hazards, so very nice to pick up Caledon for the second pick. For the third pick, I went and picked up Infernape. Infernape, the good old Gen 4 starter, the fire type starter, very good, giving us access to the fire and fighting type coverage. Gives us access to a mon over the 100 base speed as well, so helping with those speed tiers. Also another mon that can hit on both the physical and special side of the spectrum, with 104 in both attack and special attack sets, so very nice. Really wide move pool, lots of coverage moves all over, gets good setup moves. I know it gets Calm Mind, I believe it gets Nasty Plot, at least it definitely did, probably gets Bulk Up as well. So really nice. Also some good supporting moves like Will-O-Wisp, being able to burn some stuff, very nice. It also gets Stealth Rock as well. So another Stealth Rocker that we can bring. Also gets U-Turn for momentum. So Infernape looking like it's going to be a really good part to the team. Next up, we grabbed our much needed fairy type in draft, Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity also provides us with a ground poison type. So we're able to absorb those toxic spikes so that our opponent can't bring them as freely into our team. It allows it to be a really bulky mon. Poison Fairy is really good. 5 resistances and immunity, I believe. So immunity to Dragon and only 5 weaknesses, so really nice. It also hits on both sides of the spectrum as well, again, really good physical attacker and special attacker. Gets nice moves for both ends. Also good supportive moves, can heal itself as well. Also gets U-Turn as well, so another more forms of momentum, the better. We like it. Hated fighting against. I hate fighting against Pheasantipity. I can't tell you how much I despise it. So I had to go and pick it up myself. Couldn't let anybody help it. Now it's my turn to do what other people do to me with this bird. So we'll be really excited to use this. For the 5th pick, I decided to finally pick up our first Terra captain, and that is Yanmega. This thing got unbanned for being able to Terra, and I just knew I had to pick it up. I love this thing. I've used it before in a Nat Dex draft, and I think it ended up being like I don't remember if it was my kill leader or my second kill leader, but I'm gonna cook with it. People aren't ready for it. I've got some heat sets I'm gonna keep secret for now, but I'm sure people aren't gonna be prepared enough for it. such a good one. I gave it the Terra types of Bug, Fire, and Steel. Just helps alongside with its 2 abilities. It's Glass Cannon Mon with 2 of the most broken abilities in the game. Like, it's disgusting. With Terra, this thing's gonna go crazy. Speed boost and Tinselheads, what can I say? They just get even better with Terra. Tinted Lens, allowing to hit every single mon for at least neutral damage, is stupid. And Speed Boost, for some teams, just gets out of hand. Like, it's crazy. Gets access to some cool coverage moves for Speed Boost sets, but Tinted Lens sets, look, just bring its stab typings, and it's going to nuke through some teams. Don't sleep on people. Yanmega is going to be amazing this season. Next up, for our next pick, I decided to pick up Bramblegast. I've been wanting to use this thing in multiple drafts before. Usually gets picked up right before I'm able to get it. But this time, finally was able to get my hands on it. Really cool. It's cool. I needed a ghost type to block rapid spin, and this thing also spins itself, which I was needing. So very cool. I can see myself bringing this thing up again. I've always wanted to use it. Glad I was able to get it while I could. Has a very good ability. Wind Rider. It's either Wind Rider or it's the other Wind one that just got introduced. I feel like Wind Rider is Shiftry's one. So, bad getting it. But it really helps with some of the moves that it usually would be weak to. So that's really nice, gives it immunity to those, is able to give it an attack boost. Resist some of the types. Some of the other mons on my team are weak to as well so far. So it's really nice to get it. Also giving it 2 immunities to those normal and fighting type moves, so really good pickup for us. It is more towards on the paper side defensively. Usually I do like to just draft more defensive mons, bulkier mons, it's kind of my playstyle. But I'm stretching out a bit this league, trying some new things. But it does hit really hard on the physical side. So it'll be really good. And it also gets some moves to help out with its not so great defenses in like Strength Step and Pain Split. Helps it last longer, and the strong stab moves like Poltergeist and Power Whip. So really excited to use Bramblegast finally. Next up, I decided to grab Pelipper. That's right, we decided to get Rain. I really knew going into the draft I wanted to draft a Weather Setter. Rain's currently my favourite. I always like using Rain, so I decided to pick it up. I did, as a note, want to draft a team that doesn't need Rain to function. I feel like sometimes leaning into a whole architecture and everything has to be under Rain can sometimes be a downside to a team. So I did want to draft Pelipper. So that's why my team may not look like a full Rain team yet, maybe just a Paladin with that synergy. But I guess you'll see some more things coming up in the draft to play around with Rain. But more importantly, let's talk about Pelipper. Gets the amazing ability in Drizzle, of course, giving us access to set up that Rain. Gives us another ground immunity, which is always nice with Flying Titan. Also gets momentum with U-turn, so another pivot, set up Rain, get back out of the game. It also hits like a truck. Pelipper's special attack is huge, also has 100 base defense if I recall correctly. So it can take sponge some nice hits on the defensive side, but its Hydro Pumps and Hurricanes in the Rain absolutely do so much damage. Also gets access to like Knockoff and Roost, so this thing is, here to drop some Rain, hit like a truck. Excited to use Pelipper and bring the Rain. And you know what, don't even have to wait much longer for the next synergy with the Rain. For the next Terra Captain, my second Terra Captain, I decided to pick up Beartic. This thing with Terra, I think this season, Gen 9 has been Beartic's best season ever. I went and gave it the Terra types of Electric, Fairy, and Ground. That Bolt Beam coverage is amazing, getting access to stab Electric and Ice moves now is amazing. It's another strong physical attacker that gets its speed doubled due to Swift Swim. Most people know it for Slash Rush, but also it does get Swift Swim, so it really works well on Rain teams. Also gets some really nice coverage moves, and Terra helps to boost a lot of those moves, like Play Rough and Earthquake. It also gets access to stuff like Superpower. Close Combat gets I think it gets both of them, so really nice. Also gets some good stat buffing moves, like Sword Stance. So this thing is going to be a threat. it's really strong Terra Captain. People are going to have to watch out for it. Next up, I need to actually draft a ground type mon, not just my Terras. Needed to avoid those electric moves for our team, so I had to go and pick up Mudsdale. I love this one. It's bulky, it's hard hitting. Funny enough, I did draft both Pokemon that actually get Stamina for their ability. So that's really nice, something that our opponents do have to prepare for each week. Does get really good moves. Just fires off boosted body presses and earthquakes. It also gets stealth rocks again. So I had to go and grab it while I still could. I was very shocked it still lasted. I think it's a really good ground type, so I'm really excited to have Mudsdale back on another team for mine. For the penultimate round, I went and grabbed Barrascuda. This thing doesn't need explanation. It's a threat. It's here to abuse the rain and hit hard. Rain boosted liquidations over and over. Not much ever wants to take it. If it does, usually it doesn't want to take close combats or psychic things from this thing. So yeah, won't linger on this thing for too long. It's a threat. People need to prepare for it. It hits hard. People gotta worry. Excited to use it. And for my last pick of the draft, I went and grabbed Rotom. Doesn't need an opponent's form. Just a little Rotom here to prove its worth. It's a nice one to disrupt opponents' teams. It's here to do things like paralyze and burn the opponents with Thunder Waves, Discharges, Will-O-Wisps. I can also set screens to help the team and chip down mons to help the rest of the team set up and go for the win. So I drafted it here to show its potential. I think this thing could come to some few matchups and be really good, so really excited to use this thing. And that is the team, the 11 ones I decided to draft. I'm very excited to use this team to its full potential. I hope you guys are excited to watch the season with me and how it's going to come. Make sure to go down and follow all the coaches in the league. I'll try and link all the channels in the description, but also make sure to leave a like and subscribe on this video as well, to make sure to come back each week and see how we go. The first battle will be live in a few weeks, I believe, so let's have some fun. Hope to see you guys around. Thanks for watching.